He swore an oath to serve the people, to uphold the Constitution, to protect this nation from its enemies, both foreign and domestic. Yet behind the polished veneer of public service, he was committing acts of unthinkable treachery. This is the story of State Senator Thomas Ashton, a man whose fall from grace exposed a shocking web of deceit, violence, and a prison fight club operating right under the noses of the authorities. Senator Ashton, a figure of considerable influence and charisma, cultivated an image of unwavering integrity. His public appearances were flawless, his speeches eloquent, his political maneuvering masterful. He charmed the media, captivated voters, and ascended the ranks of power with seeming ease. But beneath this carefully constructed facade lurked a darker reality, a clandestine world of shadowy deals, brutal violence, and a complete disregard for the law. Whispers started subtly. Rumors of his volatile temper, his aggressive behavior in private, his inexplicable wealth despite a modest declared income. At first, these were dismissed as mere political gossip, the inevitable byproduct of a fiercely competitive environment. However, as the years passed, these whispers grew louder, more insistent, fueled by increasingly credible accounts from those who had crossed his path. Former aides spoke of intimidation tactics, threats, and even physical violence. Business associates recounted being strong-armed into unfavorable deals, their objections met with brutal efficiency. The turning point came with the discovery of a hidden ledger, meticulously documenting a series of illicit transactions and coded messages. This ledger revealed a network of cronies, enablers, and beneficiaries of Ashton's corrupt practices. It also unveiled the shocking truth. The senator was not just involved in petty bribery and extortion, he was running a sophisticated operation of influence peddling, using his political power to enrich himself and his associates at the expense of the public trust. The scale of his corruption was staggering. The investigation that followed was extensive and painstaking. It involved countless interviews, forensic accounting, and the painstaking reconstruction of Ashton's financial dealings. The evidence pointed to a systematic pattern of fraud, abuse of power, and a shocking level of depravity. The investigation uncovered the existence of a prison fight club, a brutal spectacle organized and financed by Ashton himself. This clandestine operation was fueled by gambling debts, personal vendettas, and a complete disregard for human life. Prisoners were coerced into participating, their families threatened, their silence bought with promises of protection or release. The fight club operated with chilling efficiency, hidden from the prying eyes of the authorities and the public. Ashton's arrest was dramatic, a spectacle that captivated the nation. The details that emerged during his trial were even more shocking. Witnesses testified to Ashton's ruthless brutality, his complete lack of remorse, and his casual disregard for the suffering of others. The trial revealed the extent of his influence, the depth of his corruption, and the shocking lengths he went to maintain his power. The evidence presented was overwhelming, painting a portrait of a man utterly devoid of moral compass, a man who had betrayed the public trust in the most egregious manner imaginable. The prosecution presented irrefutable evidence of the fight club, detailing the brutal fights, the gambling rings, and the systematic exploitation of vulnerable prisoners. Ashton's defense was a pathetic attempt to discredit witnesses and downplay the severity of his actions. He claimed ignorance, denied responsibility, and portrayed himself as a victim of circumstance. But the jury saw through his charade, recognizing the mountain of evidence against him. The verdict was a resounding condemnation of Ashton's actions. He was found guilty on all counts, his political career shattered, his reputation in ruins. The sentence was harsh, reflecting the gravity of his crimes. His incarceration was not merely a punishment for his financial crimes, but also for the violence, the exploitation, and the systematic degradation of human life that he orchestrated within the prison walls. His trial served as a stark reminder of the fragility of justice and the enduring power of corruption. The story of Thomas Ashton serves as a cautionary tale, a stark reminder that even those who occupy positions of power are not immune to the corrosive effects of greed, ambition, and a complete lack of moral scruples. His downfall was not merely the result of individual failings. It exposed a systemic vulnerability, a failure of oversight, and a chilling reminder of the lengths to which some will go to maintain their power and wealth. The legacy of his actions will continue to resonate for years to come, a testament to the importance of accountability and the enduring struggle against corruption. The investigation into his accomplices continues, and the full extent of his crimes may never be fully known. But one thing is certain: the senator's fall from grace was a dramatic and deserved end to a reign of terror and corruption. The fight club was dismantled, but the scars it left behind serve as a constant reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of power. The impact on the prison system, the lives irrevocably altered by Ashton's actions, and the systemic failures that allowed his reign of terror to flourish, all demand further scrutiny and reform. This is a story that demands reflection, a story that reminds us that justice, however delayed, will eventually prevail. But the cost of that justice, the human cost, is a heavy price to pay.